All right, so today we're doing something a little different. We're not just looking at a product. Nope, we are going deep, deconstructing the language that's used to sell an idea, specifically the idea of luxury. In our case study, it's this 2025 gold glass chandelier. We're going to figure out how you sell a feeling.
I mean, think about it. How do you sell elegance? It's a great question, right? And just to be super clear, this is not a product review. We're not talking about whether the chandelier is good or bad. Instead, we're going to be detectives, analyzing the words, the promises, the whole story that's been built to turn a simple object into this, symbol of sophistication. So yeah, let's dive in and break down the strategy. Okay, so where do we start? Well, every good story needs a problem, right? A conflict. And in the world of marketing, that conflict is almost always your problem as the customer. The text we're looking at, it kicks things off by painting this picture of a room that's just lacking something important. And listen to the words they use. They're so intentional, so emotional. Words like dull, uninspired. They're not just saying your room is a bit dark. No, they're saying it's boring. They're tapping into this really common feeling of dissatisfaction, creating this little void, a void that, surprise, surprise, this exact product is about to promise to fill.
And right on cue, after setting up the problem, in comes the hero of our story, the solution. But notice, it's not presented as just a practical thing, a utility. It's framed as this grand, almost magical promise of transformation. Because, of course, it's not just a lamp. The marketing copy immediately puts it on a pedestal. It's a breathtaking work of art. It's the key to creating an extraordinary sanctuary of style. You see what they did there? The product is positioned as the perfect answer to that exact feeling of dullness they just made you feel. Okay, this is where it gets really, really cool. How do they actually build up this idea of value? I mean, how do they make it feel so luxurious? It's not magic, I promise you. It's a super careful construction of ideas, and it's built on three main pillars. Let's break them down.
Now, these are not your average bullet points on a tech spec sheet. Not at all. Each one of these is a carefully chosen concept, a whole idea designed to make you feel something, to trigger specific associations. These are basically the building blocks for the chandelier's entire vibe of elegance.
So, let's start with the glass. The marketing copy doesn't just say, it has glass pieces. That'd be boring. Instead, it frames the glass as this active, almost living thing. The term exquisite glass brilliance. That sounds like way more than just clear glass, doesn't it?
And here's my favorite part. The copy says it doesn't just emit light, it dances with it. I mean, come on, that is such a brilliant use of personification. Dances with light. That gives this thing life, energy. It's not a static fixture anymore. It's a dynamic, magical performance happening right in your living room. All right, on to the second pillar. This one is all about tackling a really common fear we all have when buying something expensive for our home. Is this going to look dated in a few years? Or is it maybe too modern for my style? The language they use here is genius because it just completely neutralizes that fear. It promises you the best of both worlds. Check this out. It has enduring classic appeal. That phrase makes the purchase feel super safe, right? Like a timeless investment. But then they hit you with contemporary design principles, which make sure it also feels fresh and totally relevant right now. It's this perfect balancing act, and it's designed to appeal to, well, just about everyone.
And that brings us to our third and final pillar, the color, or more specifically, the finish. Look, gold is never just a color when it comes to luxury marketing. It's a shortcut. It instantly triggers a whole world of associations in our brains. We're talking wealth, warmth, royalty, high status. And then they add the word lustre. That just adds this sense of a deep, glowing, radiant quality.
So here's the real takeaway. This thing isn't being sold as just a gold-colored lamp. No way. It's being sold as a statement. Think about that. A statement is a declaration about you, the owner. It becomes this tool that you can use to broadcast your amazing taste and sophistication to anyone who walks in the room.
Okay, so how does this all fit together? These three pillars, they don't just stand on their own. They build on each other, working together to lift this product up from being just a thing, an object, into something so much bigger.
It creates what you could call a ladder of value. The marketing is literally guiding you, the customer, up these rungs one by one. You start at the bottom, it's a light fixture, that's its function. Then you climb a rung, it's a work of art, that's aesthetics. Up again, it's a home investment, which is about financial value. And then you reach the very top, and it's a symbol of your identity, of who you are.
And this is the final knockout punch. This one line sums up the entire strategy perfectly. It's telling you straight up,
that this purchase isn't about your need for light. It's about achieving a certain lifestyle, a certain identity. It is a powerful and purely emotional pitch.
So when you peel it all back, what have we learned? Selling elegance is really about selling a story. And that leaves us with a pretty big question to think about, right? The next time you see any luxury item, ask yourself, how much of what I'm valuing is the actual physical thing, and how much of it is the beautiful story that I'm being told?